Meredith you got an issue at the house.
Yeah, I do. I'm not quite sure what to do.
It's centered around my homie.
Yeah, it is, Aubrey.
My little BFF.
She just turned 8, and she is into video games. And I love video games as well. Now, she just came home last week, and she has been begging me, and she hasn't dropped it. She wants to now play Roblox.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Because she got friends that are playing it.
She does.
Yeah.
And so they can actually play online together, I guess. And again, I'm not against video games at all. I grew up on them. However, I am fully aware of how just awful online gaming can be for kids. There's bullying. There's predators on there. I don't know if I am prepared to open up that gate.
What is she, 7, 8?
She just turned 8.
Yeah, so
it's still young.
I commend you for actually caring, because there's a lot of parents out there that,
They just let them go.
I'm not trying to throw shade, but yeah, they just let them go. They'll buy the game and just let them go. And there's a lot of weirdos on there online. But I will say there are privacy settings and things that you can do to make the gaming experience a lot safer.
Anything about it.
But is 8, I guess the question is 8 too young for that kind of access? Now, you can lock it down and do as best you can, and I'm pretty sure you're engaged with her enough that when she's playing, it's not like she's going to be off in her room doing it, because those are the people that are in danger.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Roblox. I've never played before. I know that, I guess they can pay for skins and stuff. And
you can pay for skins.
Yes.
Paying.
Well, yeah, you're going to have,
So,
you're going to have to, once she gets tired of what she got and then her friends got other different options, she's going to want to kind of upgrade her action too.
So what is Roblox? Have you played before? It's just.
I have not played, but essentially what Roblox is kind of like a world where they're able to go around and create like
a
their
second
own little
life?
land. Yeah, kind of.
Kind of like an upgraded Sims.
Yeah. So,
which is another game that predators use, by the way.
Yeah.
So a couple of things that you could do, a couple of people are texting in. They said you could go to the parental settings. You could set age limits where people go on there and they could only play with people that are their age. So if you set their age to 8, she could only play with 8-year-olds.
This is good too. On Roblox, Christy just wrote, my daughter was giving up information about where we lived.
See what I'm saying?
But that's again on you. I mean, don't freak out.
I'm just nervous.
That's again on you sitting down with her saying, hey, here's how you do this. You get to teach her how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you get to teach her what's acceptable because you're not some, parent that's just going to toss her iPad and then walk away.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
KJ out of the 727 said you can create private lobbies to keep randos out. Randos are randoms.
So you can put a setting on there for like 10 years old and below, right? What if an adult goes on there and changes their settings to say they're a predator and they want to try to talk to children, and so they put their settings that they are actually 10 years old and younger.
You can lock down your little area where it's only people able to play with you in your circle. Now, she's only got a few friends probably that are doing it. She's not all over social media. So you can lock that out and
Yeah, when you set up these private lobbies, you can set it so that the only people that could be in those games are the people that you send those invites to. So if you set the private lobby,
I set it up.
Yeah, you could set up this lobby and only send the invites to her friends, to her 3 friends that she wants to play with, and nobody else is allowed in.
Now, this is a different kind of position out of the 813 from Sharon. Sharon said, don't do it. Having a problem with my 13-year-old sneaking in chat rooms. It is more of a problem than anything.
Okay, so it seems innocent now, and like I have a lot of parental controls, but as she gets smarter and with this technology, I'm just concerned that she's going to change some settings.
Out of the 941, they talk trash to my 4-year-old on Roblox, but he talks that talk right back.
A 4-year-old?
Okay, Alan. Alan. Stop. Our 6-year-old out of the 813 plays Roblox. There are privacy settings on there. We do allow our daughter to play, but with restrictions and with supervision. See, I think that you being, hyper vigilant about, people's activity in those games and folks that are evildoers, absolutely, you should. Because like somebody, when I mentioned the Sims comparison, I wasn't saying they're apples and apples. What I'm saying is it's kind of that kind of structure where you have an influx of people who are writing. When we went over to that FBI office over there off of Gray Street, they had a wall of the biggest flat screens you had ever seen. And it was like a witching hour, they were calling it, because it was around like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock when we went over there. And they were like, this is when kids get off of school and the parents are at work. And so the kids go home because they're like latchkey kids, like they got access to the house.
Yeah.
So they know, go sit your butt down, go play your little game till we get home. Don't burn out in the house. But they go on their game, and then the bad guys are messaging them like they're kids, but they're not. And so we're standing there in front of agents typing back to the bad guys who are like, hey, so what are you going to do later? And like, well, I'm waiting for my mom to come home. Oh, they probably treat you like a kid.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, they do. It's like, oh, man, I bet you want to be treated with respect and older. You like, because you're not a baby. And they're like, no, I'm not a baby. Then all of a sudden, boom, somebody's wang just gets messaged to that kid.
Jesus.
But the kid is an agent. And they're like,
my God.
and they're like, got him. And they shoot it off, and they start a conversation with another one, because that's the hour while you're at work and your kid is at home. Now your kid is 8, so you ain't got to worry about that. But that was the Portal with Sims. Same thing with Roblox. There are people out there who are bad guys who are using it. Now, that's not to scare you. That's just so you know the playing field that's out there.
We're getting a couple of text messages. One says, if you're worried about her changing the settings, you can set a passcode so that she can't change them. You have to put the passcode in every time you change the settings.
813 says you can't DM when you play on a console.
Okay.
So if you get a console, then you're good.
Then she's in front of me.
So stay it off of
a
tablet or something that has internet.
Yeah, so you need like a PS4, Xbox.
Oh, hell no.
Without
$600.
without the internet hooked up.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So just make sure that's not okay.
Yeah. 44-year-old mom here, and I will play some games with my 9-year-old son. I also have it where he can only chat with his friends and with relatives. And if somebody types a bully message to your child, you can report it and block it.
Okay.
If an adult says they are a kid, they can't talk to them, and you approve their friends. So you have to approve each person that she talks to.
I don't know if I'm prepared for this whole brand new online gaming world with an 8-year-old. Although, there's another side of me. Like, I don't want her to be the only kid that, I don't want her to be picked on eventually and all that stuff because of it. So I don't mind being the mean mom.
I need to be your buddy.
Exactly.
I think Roblox could be an innocent game, though, as long as you go in there and set those boundaries. Like, put the passcode on the change settings and you set those private lobbies. Then it's more so everything has to go through you, and people have to be approved to be in that room.
Okay.
It says, I have a 10-year-old girl who used to play Roblox, but online streamers made it to where younger kids want to play. The amount of creeps adding these kids and kids just adding them didn't sit well with me. She doesn't play anymore since she was 8, and she is now hard stuck on Legend of Zelda.
Oh, I'm playing Zelda at home.
Now that's a good game.
Yeah.
There's other option games as well, not having to worry about the creeps coming for your kids.
Yeah. And also, I feel like my plate at the moment is already pretty full. So to add this on top of it, it just seems like it's another full-time
But this is your job.
Yeah, I know.
This is and Anthony, because here's the deal. You got an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. You are getting ready to get into a whole different stratosphere.
Yeah.
You're about 4 years away from her rolling her eyes at you.
That's already happening.
I mean, but knowing what she's doing. Like right now, she's just like, like that's her response.
Mm-hmm.
But the attitude around 12, 13, 14.
Those hormones kick in.
And you a mom, so you going to be trying to hold her back from her greatness?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Now you got to cut her.
See, it seems like just so much work.
Do you feel like if you hold her back from playing Roblox that she is
gonna play on somebody else?
Yeah,
she stole from the school.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't talk about old stuff.
She's a little con
This
artist.
is the same person who stole the hamster.
Uh-huh.
She's smart.
Yeah.
So like
Classroom pet.
if you fully stop her from playing, I feel like she may find another way to play. So why don't you monitor it
Mm-hmm.
and then set the privacy settings? That way you can see who she's playing
Or
with.
why don't you learn how to play? And then if you play with her, now
Okay.
she's enjoying it.
All right.
And she's like, Mommy, let's play. And now y'all are setting the tone. And so now that experience of playing with you
Be
sets
shared.
the bar for what she's expecting.
All right. If I
with
get
other people.
involved, if I do this, then yeah, I could see myself just trying it out so I could actually play with her.
I know how you watch your banking, though. I want to know how much, because I'm telling you, it's going to hit your pocket.
Dude, another
Oh,
thing.
it's gonna hit your
Another
pocket.
thing.
That's another thing you could do, though. I'm seeing in text here, you could actually set a spend limit so that they can't spend more money than you allocate.
Now I got to spend money on this?
Yeah.
You don't
no,
have
No,
to.
yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
She's
you
gonna
just
ask
said
you
just
to.
said you don't want your kid without.
Yeah.
That means that you don't want your kid without the new hotness.
Yes.
And when her friends are playing with the new hotness and she over here with the old busted joint, you ain't gonna like it.
And then I'm going to feel guilty.
Right.
I'd be
What does
like,
Anthony say about this?
He kind of put it on me for this at the moment. He's doing, we haven't really talked about it. I honestly.
He was mad about that Olympic question.
Yeah.
He's like, you
Yeah,
couldn't just give me the gold.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Handle
that
it
was
yourself, Miss Roblox.
I honestly wanted to bring it up on air because I wanted to read, any kind of feedback or talk to any of my other parents in the Tampa Bay area because I genuinely am nervous about this.
People out here dry snitching on.
You were
They're
dry snitching.
They're like, baby stole the slime too. Y'all don't miss a beat. Yeah.